Hi, this is Kevin Marino, home-based business leader and trainer, and today this is part 4 of our series in creating your own successful home-based business. Now, in the last part, what we talked about was choosing the right company. Obviously, that's an imperative. But today, what we're going to talk about is, so we can keep just floating down that river, is the importance of choosing the right sponsor and team to be able to work with within that company. Because again, if you get into the right company, but you're working with a bunch of flakes that don't know what they're doing, it's going to make it harder for you to succeed. So again, our goal is to teach you how to succeed quickly, easily, and just be on that track. So today we're going to talk about, obviously, the right sponsor. That's a person you are comfortable with working with. You have to be comfortable with that person. If you cringe every time you talk to a person, it's not the right sponsor for you to bring you into the business. Secondly, you want to find out about the team. How successful is the team? How many leaders do they have? How available are those leaders? Are they willing to work with you, to do three-way calls, to do meetings for you, to get on the phone with people that you have, to do conference calls for you? These people need to be available to you, because if you have great leadership, but they don't want to hear from you, again, we have a problem. So think about this. Great sponsor, great team. You want to be able to work together with them. If you can work together with them, it all will flow. Now, be coachable. This is what you have to do for this sponsor and for this team. If you want to be an integral part of it, you have to be coachable. If they sit down with you and say, okay, I need you to sit down and write a list of 50 people, and you refuse to do that, well, that's not you being coachable. So we need, as we talk about working on you and your behavior, that's part of it. You need to be coachable. Work with the people on the sponsor and on the team. Find out why they're so successful in that company and duplicate what they did. Because if they said, listen, this is how we did it, why would you want to do it another way? You'd want to do it exactly the same way. They have the blueprint for success in that company, so all you need to do is follow that same blueprint to get to the same success. To be accountable, this is squarely on you. You need to be accountable to the people who brought you in. If they say, this is what we're going to do, here's the blueprint, what they're expecting you to do is sit down and put a list together. You sit down, put a list together, email it to them, fax it to them, scan it. However you need to get that list to them, you show them that you did it. They sit down and say, okay, we need to understand what your why is. You have your why written out, you email it to them. We want to know what your goals are. We're going to help you set them up. You already have your goals done and you send them in. These guys understand you are accountable. You're ready to go. Each day, when you finish your work, each day, whatever it is, whether you're full-time in this business, part-time or spare time, at the end of the night, each night before you go to bed, you send out a quick email. It's going to take you 30 seconds to put together. And that email says, I spoke to this many people. I exposed them to our business. This is what happened with the exposures, and this is what I plan on doing tomorrow. Thank you very much. It's a quick, bullet-pointed email. Don't send a novel, because in all seriousness, your sponsor and your team doesn't want to read a novel from you every night. They just want a quick bullet point on what you did. Tomorrow, you do exactly the same thing, whatever your activity was all day long. At the end of the night, you send it through. If you get to a point, Wednesday, you did nothing. You send an email at the end of the night that says, I did nothing. Be accountable. Be honest, be straight, be truthful with everybody you work with, and they will support you in building your business. Now, folks, that's the end of this part of the series. You can get the whole series on easy.com/home-biz. What we're going to talk about next time is different skills you are going to need to be successful, and we're going to get right to those in the next video. See you then.